Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another Speed Gaming Daily. Today we have the mode Crosskeys. More on that in just a moment. I am Alana Bean, joined on commentary by Jake tonight. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Doing well. Just enjoying a little blizzard here late night. Thought we're going to have some late night Crosskeys. Jake, why don't you give them a rundown of the mode?
I am quite unfamiliar with Crosskeys, although I know it is a key shuffle, map shuffle, all that good stuff, and I believe it's also some sort of entrance randomizer?
Yeah, it's basically cross keys, so it's cross-world key sanity. So any connector in the game can lead to both dark and light worlds back and forth. And basically, it is key sanity as well. So we need all of our small keys, our big keys, and most likely don't need to take out Aga 2 or 1, but we'll see.
Here we go.
Here we go, indeed. We got $20 from the house. Looks like both runners are going for a pretty typical. We're going for a Houlihan play most likely, so up to the potion shop and over to Houlihan.
I have never seen this opening because I'm not very familiar with the mode, but I'm just happy to be here.
It's pretty standard. The whole point is that you get early money for Bottle Vendor, and in case you get to Dark World, you can spend money if you need to. Not to mention, if you get flippers reasonably quick, you're also protected against not being able to do Houlihan and having to farm money. So Moogle Charm is doing another fake flipper, meanwhile Incoherent taking the walking route, effective, could be faster, and taking out a guard as well to check prize pack. So, randomized entrances, we have the Uncle located at the Bad Fairy dropdown today. And by Bad Fairy, I just mean the fairy that you get that doesn't actually do anything. So, hence Bad Fairy dropdown.
Finding a bottle early is quite nice if we run into sick kids.
And there's a hammer as well. Early weapon. Looks like full magic pool from the guards. That's good as well. Alright, looks
Very
like
nice to have an early weapon.
Agreed. And Moogle Charm setting up that Houlihan. I'm guessing Incoherent right behind him.
Always nice to get the early money.
It is. And this is usually the point you check a random entrance that has $300 and you're like, ah, crud. Okay, looks like Moogle Charm going right up to Hyrule Castle. Check an entrance, and also check a drop-down. And same from Incoherent. Alright, and we have the well. Okay, the well is not behind Ganon or Aga Tower or anything like that. So that's an easy free 5 items. The only problem? Our runners don't actually have bombs. Never mind. So that is a good example of why you Houlihan. You get money, you get bombs, and suddenly the well is fully clearable and in logic.
Fastest eat your words of all time.
Pretty much. Can barely get them out of my mouth before the game's like, ah, you were saying. Okay, what do we have in the well today? Oh, that's Sandcart. Well done. Okay, and unfortunately compasses are some of the most useless items in Crosskeys.
Single arrow.
Oh my goodness, that was just about the most disappointing well you could ever get. With an exception of, like, if the full heart was something worse, but... Oh my goodness gracious. Goodness gracious, you really don't want one of your 5 or 7 item caves to be that.
Single arrow is lovely. I will always rip the single arrow.
Oh wow, Moogle Charm taking a chance. Oh, that's the Sanctuary. Hello me. Alright, so our Sancster is right in Kakariko. Lots of entrances. It could be worse. Money, quake bombs.
Not bad at all for these very beginning ones.
Okay, starting at. Oh goodness. Okay, so Snitch Lady West is our blacksmith. That's not terrible.
Not at all. It's a very nice sink entrance we have here.
It is, and the Crosskeys, that's a lot of entrances you can get done right now.
Bottle vendor is a scam.
Looks like both of our runners are pretty much taking the exact same path right now.
Especially with all these early entry. Oh, well, this is a bit of a easy 4 checks. Maybe even a finish if you're brave. Wait, no.
No big keys, so yeah.
I had to remember we were also playing a key sanity seed.
We did find our first pod key in the first check at Thieves Town. Not horrible. If you find pod, it does unlock 2 more logical checks.
But I imagine we'll see a lot of the same route here for these early entrances, since
Mostly.
CAC very, very heavy in where you want to go.
And Moogle Charm setting up a death ward. Okay, we do find a Skull Small. Not going to turn that down. In a Key Sanity, 1 Skull Small is super helpful.
Absolutely cleans up the routing a lot. Not required, but definitely nice.
Exactly. And Skullwoods does have a vanilla small key assigned to it in the main entrance, but it still could be hard to get there. Was that Spy Cave? Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was. And then we got the other side of Bumper Cave. No, that was Paradox or Bumper. I forgot.
I think it was Spec Rock.
Spec Rock. That's what I meant. Besides I didn't mean Paradox. I meant Spec Rock.
But in this case, it is a connector. Oh, we have a little chess game. Yeah.
Another good reason for the money. Find those connectors that require money. It's always good to have them. Finding bar south of CAC.
There's like a portal inside there. Hey, half magic. That's not too bad.
Wait, was the north of bar vanilla?
Yeah, well, it always is. The rear entrance is always vanilla.
Oh, I didn't know that. There's the ice rod. No ice rod hunt today. Like there was last time we calmed together.
And a hook shot. Hello. And a good bee in a bottle, so not too bad.
Fairly kitted out early. A weapon, a mobility, and a bottle.
And that's a vanilla magic bat located. And it looks like Incoherent probably going to go ahead and turn in that bee in a bottle. You almost want to keep it if you don't have a hammer or a sword, but right now money is useful. And Incoherent forgetting that we already checked that one. We're fine. Alright, so oddly enough, there are 4 checks left in Kakariko untouched at the moment. Probably not going to mount right now. Snitch East, along with Elder House, East and West, and Thieves Hunt.
Now we're looking for a lot of things here. Where do you think our runners are going to go next after the big CAC play?
Well, probably north if I had to guess towards Lost Woods. Oh, that's a powder run race game. Or I should say, yeah, race game.
Finding that race game exit is going to be very important then.
Now, it's nothing you necessarily want to look for. If it was boots or something up there, oh, there's Mini Moldorm.
Speaking of very important, a nice 5 checks.
We'll see if this is less disappointing than the well. Yeah.
I'd say so.
Yeah, automatically. All right, Fire Rod. Oh my gosh, a second shield.
A bonus evil shield.
Okay, Incoherent leaving Kakariko can do it because you got a Kakariko start. So checking a connector. Oh my gosh, that's 2 start points in Kakariko.
The second one's not as useful as the first. That's a very convenient ferry location if our runners get desperate for safety.
Well, we have our Mountain Start and our Sank Start in Kakariko. That is so awkward.
Incoherent trading in the good beef for coins, for rupees.
Okay, good find for Moogle Charm. This is a Ganon readily available. No major requirement to get to him. And Moogle Charm picking up the compass. I'm surprised.
I was also surprised. Maybe they lose count of their items sometimes.
Oh, and bombs from the crabs. That's not terrible.
That is very convenient if they ever get super low.
So we have an early Fire Rod and Ice Rod. So right now, I'm suspicious because the game is evil of a pendant Turtle Rock. Also, because I'm a goof and just completely forgot. Also, I want to thank our trackers today, Azilligent and Akuhai. Clicking those buttons, making us look good here. So thank you so much.
And as always, big thanks to my co-com for being lovely.
Oh, likewise, my friend. Always good to hang out with you.
This is two races in a row I've come with you.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's excellent.
Alright, Incoherent going into the Lost Woods. Get that good news on Ganon today.
Oh, there's that TR we were talking about.
Oh, okay. TR East Laser Bridge says, hi, how you, or I should say the laser itself says, how you doing?
Can get the front of TR.
Well, the only logical check in TR at this point will be these, what is it? The Spike, Spike Bad Guys room, whatever that is. Chain Chomps. That's what I was looking for. Chain Chomps.
Yeah, I said the chomps, right?
Yeah.
Because I remember that they're this way, because I always remember I go this way. Steal
But
the key from here, you can go to the middle, or you can get the chomps.
It looks like getting Lava Chest. Lava Chest has 4 key locks, so it's a risk, but it's something you could do.
I would have just stole the key.
With this mode, I probably wouldn't even steal the key at this point. I probably just would have gone straight for Chain Chomps and Death Warp, but I'm also relatively new to this mode, so that's just something I would do from what I've got so far in experience.
Oh, I have no experience playing it, only watching. Shout out to Carrot Fruit.
One thing to know about Chain Chomp Room in Crosskeys is it is evil. Not because of the Chain Chomp, but because the game loves placing your Moon Pearl there for no reason.
That sounds painful.
Alright, we have a big key on Hylia Island.
Could be useful.
And another connector. Moogle Charm says, you know what? Let's just go ahead and take it. See where it goes.
Oh, well, that's not useful as of right now.
It could be. It's early. It's a few entrances for bunny walking. Could be required. Probably not. Looks like Incoherent found their way out TR West to Dark Lumberjack.
Is there anything you can do?
Yeah, you could bunny walk technically. The check Incoherent did to get here is not in logic. Oh yeah, it is. Never mind. No, we don't have a. We do have a hookshot. It is in logic. My apologies. But basically, the game could potentially put something like a Moon Pearl at a readily available check that doesn't require anything, or some other item to get something. So, is it worth doing? Yeah, debatable. But could it pay off? Absolutely. And Incoherent's going to go ahead and Death Warp and clear out some stuff in Skullwoods. Not logic, but it'll save you some time for later.
Oh, I didn't know you can Death Warp for Super Bunny mode.
Oh, it's one of those things you learn in Crosskeys. It is never going to be in logic in this mode to do a Death Warp, but it could pay off. Like, you could Death Warp in here and pull out a pair of boots or a sword or something like that, which could speed along your other checks.
I've only ever Super Bunnied in Inverted.
But meanwhile, Moogle Charm finds Paradox.
That's a good one. I read a Rang, and I know you're a blue Rang. So I'm happy to have won the race this time.
Red Rang's fine. Blue Rang's preference just because of the less lag in that one, but I'll take a Red Rang any day.
I'm hard repping Red Rang.
Alright, small key to GT.
We need at least one, so we're happy to see it.
And a glove and a book. Holy moly.
If that shouts some desert.
No kidding. Alright, so Eastern Palace pays off, and that book and glove are both completely in logic. Incoherent does get that vanilla small key that is placed there. Gets a lane for the trouble. That's not bad.
That is not bad out of logic for an item. That is a very good item to see. It does mean a couple of things that our lamp can't be in a lot of that our Moon Pearl can't be in a lot of places because of that lamp location. Well,
and we did pull out a minor small key. Not required in any way, but logically it is for left side of Mire. But otherwise, technically, you don't even need one small key to full clear Mire if you do it right.
It's one of those things that's like nicer for routing. We already have tier 3 shield.
My lord!
You ready to track that shield? He says, I refuse.
I'm just glad I didn't race this now. I was thinking about racing this thing.
I checked the Twitch right after, and one of our trackers says, I refuse.
Nice.
Because on the first shield, he said he didn't want to track it, and now we got our third.
Have note, Moogle Charm did find a connector up to Turtle Rock East, which could be very elusive and many see it, so something you want to keep track of in case you get that mirror.
Who needs swords when you have all the shields? Moogle's gonna go to South Shore, check all those entrances.
Who needs shields when you just don't get hit by projectiles?
Yeah, just dodge KW.
Alright, looks like Moogle Charm heading south towards the Dam Drain area. And chickens have taken over the dam.
No chicken. Clip. I love chicken clip.
Me too.
I love when Andy did it in a race for me.
It's totally worth it.
And as we thought, Moogle is going to go towards desert because it's obviously the seeded, shouting desert right now with a glove and book.
Oh, there's that other end of Spec Rock there.
Fortunately useless. GFE saying we now have Mirror Shield for Twin Rova. Boss and OOT.
And just drop kick the shield into the lake. It's fine.
Can Mirror Shield be eaten by the little guy?
Unfortunately not.
Sad.
However, a good friend of mine did actually do a thing. I don't know. He does a computer thing. And apparently it allowed the Mirror Shield to be eaten. I loved it.
We should add it to Randomizer.
I was like, please contact all the devs and be like, can you implement this, please?
Yep. 100%. What was Desert Palace? I wasn't paying attention. Probably useless.
You know what? I was lost track of things too, but seeing as Moogle Charm is just gone, I'm guessing it was probably nothing.
Yeah. Our tracker says it was useless, so I believe them.
Thank you, Akaish. In case you don't like testing bush crabs, there's another bomb purchase right there. Meanwhile, Incoherent's gonna go get Mirror Shield, ew, and then also a book and a glove.
What did Moogle not do that Incoherent did for Incoherent to be trailing?
They just went and did other things. I think Incoherent decided to go ahead and walk in the dark world, do some Skullwood stuff.
It was the Skullwoods thing, that was what it is, yeah. I was thinking, why is Incoherent behind?
Nah, in this mode, you're not necessarily behind unless you miss a lot of progression for a while. You're just checking other things in a different order. It's fine.
Incoherent has the added bonus of Skullwoods right now. And that lamp. Oh, there's the front of TR.
Oh, there's Desert.
There's Desert. Well, we are... Oh, yeah. Do we have any Desert keys right now? I don't think so.
We do not. Basically, we've got 1.5 checks. We've got this check Moogle's doing. We've got a little preview on the torch. And that's about it. And 2 exits. So it is technically 2 other connectors.
One big tunnel. Okay, some blueberries. Go see what our first tunnel is.
Not gonna really need those blueberries, I don't think.
Okay, spit you out in Thieves Town. Incoherent found their way to Eastern somehow.
Well, I missed that.
They apparently broke logic again, according to Ben.
Eastern Palace is the bomb shop. Okay, so yeah, Cinquit's broken for sure.
Another bunny walk.
I don't know if I do this play right now. No big key, no bow. I think you see it, you mark it, and you just move on, but this also comes at a reasonably inexperienced player, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think you see it, you mark it, you move on, especially since you get, what, 3 checks? Or 4? Oh, there's the cape on Pyramid. How did we? I don't even know how we got here.
Desert East took us out of the Pyramid.
Oh, nice. And he's gonna bunny walk into Pod?
Yeah, towards Pod area. There's 3 entrances you can get over there readily available.
This is out of logic, right?
No, this is actually in logic. You got Desert Main sitting over towards Ice Rod Cave, and then you just bunny walk. Is it going to pay off? Probably not, but it could. And we are running out of checks in the light world, so bunny walking is looking more and more like the play.
Absolutely.
See, here's an interesting one from Moogle Charm. You just found Hyrule Castle West. So basically, if you take an exit out of Main or West, and it takes you to somewhere in Light World, you can walk back in as a non-bunny form, and it is then a logical check. Now, I think that's probably the progression the game will want. There's Johnny, you got a free check right there, but you cannot use bombs as a bunny. That is a logical second hotkey, though. Yeah. So 4 other checks down there. Unfortunate location, but it's there. So if
incoherent logic break did not pay off.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's kind of one of the reasons that I don't think I would have gone here immediately, but to each their own, it could have paid off, who knows. But yeah, I think Hyrule Castle's probably the play. So here we go. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I agree with you, mark it and leave with the desert, with the eastern, because you don't even know whether it's a pendant or a crystal or whatever.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Hyrule Main goes out to East Death Mountain.
Which you can technically get to, it's just out of logic.
It's not, actually. It is in logic 100%. It's basically death warping as a bunny that is out of logic, but if you find a connector that takes you somewhere in this light world, that is in logic. And if you can come back in the entrance like Moogle Charm did, this first check right here in Hyrule Castle is in logic.
I also thought we could just get to Eastern Hyrule Castle.
Unfortunately, not right now.
I think you're hearing some pod now, somehow. Where was that pod entrance?
Oh my gosh.
Another logic break, apparently, says our tracker.
Okay, so Incoherent is apparently a big fan of sequence breaks, which could pay off in huge ways.
This is their third logic break in a dungeon.
So essentially what this tells us is any sequence break like Incoherent's doing with the death warps and things, these dungeons and areas can no longer have a moon pearl.
Yeah.
And that being said, Moogle Chum could be heading towards the moon pearl, but maybe that moon pearl will send you where Incoherent is anyway, so for all we know, Incoherent's just making a good play, just without the moon pearl.
But we also know that the moon pearl can't be in any of the locations that require the items he's finding. For example, he found the lamp, so we know that the moon pearl's not in a dark area.
That's correct. And Moogle Charm, anything beyond that first check in Hyrule Castle is technically a sequence break without the small key to Hyrule Castle, so you learn all sorts of weird logic things when you start playing Key Sanity and Crosskeys.
I've played lots of Key Sanity, Inverted Key Sanity. Not a lot of Crosskeys. We haven't seen a lot of keys so far.
Not yet, but a couple of important ones. Palace of Darkness, we got a couple of those small keys. But otherwise, yeah, been pretty dry.
Just saw the bomb hut. Speaking of dry key on keys, we see TR Big.
Out of logic. So one of the funny things about dark room logic in Crosskeys is there is none. This game uses basic logic. So in Crosskeys, you will never be expected to do a dark room without the lamp. Ever.
I thought Fire Rod counted.
It does in a standard seed in an advanced logic, but in a basic logic like Crosskeys currently uses, no. Lamp is required for every dark room.
Oh, well that's interesting.
Alright, so we got a Hyrule Castle East exit going on from Moogle Charm. Okay, downside is takes you out to checkerboard. A good side is that you're just gonna lift it up. You got a glove. You're going back in. All right, we're gonna get some East Half Mountain, which is probably where our next piece of logic is hiding.
Especially with all of these entrances we have here.
Oh yeah, you got East Half Mountain. You have a hook shot for West Half Mountain.
A lot of these I've never even been in the vanilla game.
Because most are useless, unfortunately. But quickly, Moogle Tramp saying, you know what? I'll take some bombs.
Surprised with the very ease of access that these bomb bush crabs provide.
Oh, that is a logical ice palace.
That is unfortunate without the Cane of Samaria.
Yeah, so Ice Palace does require the big key to be in logic completely, but half of the dungeon, exactly, we got a hammer, we have a hook shot. Pretty much 2/3 of the dungeon is readily available.
And my least favorite dungeon without the Cane of Samaria is hands down Ice Palace. I think 90% of the player base agrees with me. Without Icebreaker, this dungeon is hell on earth.
Well, not just Icebreaker, but you're in there with 5 hearts and green mail, no sword. But the game could put your Moon Pearl in Ice Tea.
And Moogle deciding to just die and leave that be. Even though a lot of it is still in logic without the big key. What is there, at least 2 or 3 checks without it?
Which place?
In Ice?
Yeah, I think. Without a small key.
Deciding that it wasn't worth it is a big deal.
I think without a small key, at least 3 or 4 of the checks are in logic with just the equipment they have.
They also have 0 keys. I know there's, 2 keys in Ice that are in chest?
There is. 1 key, I think, puts the dungeon in logic in general. 2 keys or I should say, 2 keys doesn't do anything, but the big key does put Cold Stare in logic, I believe.
Ice Palace logic is weird because with the Cane of Samaria, it's all doable.
Oh yeah. Just logically for the game, it's like it doesn't expect you to do more than you should if you were new.
Speaking dungeons, we found Swamp and TR.
TR Bridge, yeah.
So Mountain is heavy in dungeons, being 3 of them up there.
And utilizing that mirror shield.
Using our super dumb shield. Another pod key, always good to see in a key sanity seed, as we need 6 of them to logically complete the dungeon. And there are 14 items in a key sanity pod seed, so always good to get pod as clearable as possible.
It is. If you can go in there with a big key. Sorry, go ahead.
14 is pretty dense, only second to GT, I think? Maybe TR?
Pretty close, yeah. Big Miner's 8, Swamp is 10, Ice is 8. Yeah, Pod is pretty much the second most dense dungeon in terms of checks, yeah.
And it requires very little. As far as items go, just a hammer and a bow. For the most part. And the bow can be skipped for most of those checks.
Oh, there's GT. We got a hammer and hook shot and 2 small keys.
So we can clear a lot of the checks here so far. There are 22.
Pretty much. We can get all but the climb, which is 4, and right side, which is 5. So at this point, we can get all but 5 or 9 checks. Yeah. Oh, 10 checks with a big chest.
Nice bloopy on the
So pretty much as chat's pointing out, probably going to find Moon Pearl here. 2 small keys, that means you're probably going to find whatever you need to in this room right here, Stalfos. Bless you.
Excuse me.
Oh, wait. When did Moogle Charm get a sword?
It was the first chest, I believe.
Oh, got you. Missed it.
I think I said that. I said, "Is that a sword?" And then nobody responded. So I think it was just me that saw it. They got their sword in GT, or first sword.
That's a rude spot.
Yeah, GT first sword. Kind of funny. Incoherent is still abusing logic and making it so they have very different decisions. When they come back into logic, they're always behind Moogle. Moogle has always followed logic. I don't think they've broken logic once.
I think Hyrule Castle is the only time. Oh, hi, Moon Pearl. How you doing?
There it is.
I think, yeah, Hyrule Castle was the only time that Moogle Charm broke logic, technically.
But it was a very logical break because it was the Dark Cross, right?
Correct. Oh,
And there goes
there's
Mario.
a little Samaria there,
So-
yeah.
That ice palace is fully completable now with little to no problems. With the exception of the big chest, which is a fetch quest.
Right. And with that Moon Pearl, that does put that lamp in logic, too.
We have not seen a lot of those dark rooms that have needed the lamp. We just saw Dark Cross, but Firewall was good enough for that. Speaking of Ice Palace, Incoherent is here. We'll see if they decide to continue with it.
Okay, Moogle Charm's gonna have a heck of a fight coming up. You gotta have Magic and Fire Rod, that's good, but Hammer with Armor Snakes is just a nightmare.
Oh, absolutely. Easily my least favorite fight. But he does have Can of Brian, which I know is a good... He already has it out. We're on the same page.
Never
We're on
noticed
the
that,
same
okay.
page.
Easy fight, never mind.
Yeah, me and Moo are on the same page, saw the Cave of Brian. Cave of Brian was very early on. I forgot where, but I mentioned it because he had both human immunity items at that point. Guys, Chad agrees with me it was free because the Cane of Brian is very good on Ice Armors.
And so far, just a compass, $50 and another compass. Thank you, Ice Armos. That was kind of you. But with no mirror,
It's a very nice double on the Stalfos.
very nice. And Moogle Charm's having to walk all the way out because no mirror.
Incoherent showing me why I hate the Ice Palace so much.
Okay, and with yep, Hina Samaria, we're checking tile room. We'll see if he decides to go further right. Does have that fire rod, so yeah, probably just clearing out the rest of GT what we can.
We're seeing 2 new dungeon types. We're also a nice tile room showing off the cape pull glitch. Your magic does not decrease when you pull on a wall with the cape. Doesn't make any sense, but that's how it works.
Hashtag rando. Perfectly programmed video game.
Oh yes, all 16 bits of it.
Nice shovel.
I love a good fetch quest in a key sanity mode. There was one race I commentated without every single fetch quest paid off in a key sanity mode.
Oh, lordy.
And I think my co-com was TJ, and he was going absolutely fucking mad. He was just going completely off. TJ has a great time. Gotta get that money.
Okay, not much paying off on right side other than that shovel. It's really bad when you could say the best thing you found in right side GT was a shovel.
But it does matter where that shovel leads to. Is there a reason Incoherent didn't grab that check right there?
Which one?
The one with that iron block. Can't you pick up iron blocks with the first level gloves?
Yeah, you can.
So I'm not crazy that I just skipped it, right?
I totally missed it if you did.
He got it on the way up to Vanilla Big Key, says our tracker. Okay, cool. I'm guess I'm used to the icebreaker strat.
Okay, looks like we did find the bomb shop. Skullwoods and Hira are two reds.
Ice. Well, Skull is completable.
It is. We got a sword.
And I think we know where it is.
We don't know where Skull Back is, I think.
Oh, I thought they were connected. My bad.
The front and middle entrances are in the same region, just randomized in terms of which one's which, but otherwise the back of the skull entrance is singular, so they can randomize it anywhere.
Nice.
Okay, Moogle Charm is back in Ice Palace with a sword, and Blue Mail, I think Moogle Charm found Blue Mail in GT, or was it Incoherent? Oh, Incoherent found it.
Incoherent's gonna show us an out of logic cold stare.
Not only that, but should be pretty okay with a fire rod here. Just don't get hit.
Yeah, with the half magic here, definitely helping out. Should be able to get a nice couple of triple shots and using the hammer. Oh no, I lied. Getting one double here, knocking one out, using it on the last one.
Okay, taking your time, taking one down at a time, and you're gonna hammer strap this last one. Still gotta be careful.
This is not a difficult 1v1, but definitely still, you gotta be careful.
If that were just cold stare, it wouldn't be bad, but with that falling ice block, ugh.
Oh, very close.
Good job,
If
clean.
Cold Stare didn't die on that last hit, he would have gotten hit into Cold Stare and died. So very nice.
And it's a pendant, oh my gosh.
And both our runners are in Ice Palace right now. As Moogle goes back.
And as noted in chat, the bomb merchant will give us our red crystals, but is otherwise useless since Connector took us out of Pyramid anyway.
Absolutely, we don't even care about the Pyramid entrance. Knowing what the crystals are valuable because we know what dungeons we need to clear when we find them. Like Skull and Hera are now required for the seed. As opposed to that filthy ice, which was not required at all for anything besides a shovel.
Well, we've got a few maps. Oh, thanks, Sickett. Appreciate the tip. We've got a few maps, so we may have our dungeon info if one of the maps we have is a pendant. Or two, I guess. They'd have to be two pendants, but Maybe we'll find somehow and get a free pennant, green pennant check.
We did find blue, and there is a pretty good chance that head is required in a key sanity seed. As there's a lot of keys that could be required.
Yeah, did have a Swamp Palace Small on there recently myself. Did not feel good.
Speaking of the elders, there's an Agina and a Hariki. Never good to see.
Well, you got a fire source. And if you can get the big key to Hero, that is one trip here you don't have to ever worry about coming back to, so you're probably going to check it if you get there.
Absolutely, but you don't want to at all.
I don't mind the basement in this mode, honestly, because in a regular seed, you know I can get back to Hero super quick, but in this sort of seed, it's like, do I want to take a chance on ever coming back to Hero?
That is a very good argument. I'm a very thorough player in a regular seed, so I don't really have that choice in my head anyways. I always like to get everything and then go finish it 100% regardless.
And a good fight for Moogle Charm, only to get a pendant.
The regular item, nothing?
3 endo, I think, was from Cold Stare.
Because I missed it both times because I was looking at the other runner.
Just money. There's that sword you're talking about, though.
Yep, I saw it. I knew it happened. Very rude sword play.
Incoherent, don't leave! Don't leave!
What else was in there?
Oh, just a moon pearl.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. That's... Oof.
Okay, could just be checking other entrances only to go back into GT. With no mirror, you could be wanting to last locate GT in this area because you'd be able to save and quit.
Maybe.
Oh, and Samaria was in there too.
Oh yeah, we forgot. He's gonna be railroaded there eventually. Especially with breaking logic so much.
Breaks logic everywhere. Finds GT, leaves immediately.
Oh, Moogle... There's no TR keys, is there?
We have one TR key, Moogle Charm, or no, Incoherent found it.
I was gonna say, I don't think Moogle has any of them. Oh, they're gonna do the dark maze room, which is terrible.
Yeah, for this one, you're going backwards, you just place the block and hold up. You're good.
See, I'm not coherent.
I get that.
Getting the one check and taking a death warp to go back to home. Bumper Cave? Connects us to nowhere.
Well, and I don't know if we found the other end of Bumper.
Well, I imagine he just took it from one end to the other.
But just a quick reminder from chat, or chat I should say, don't forget to give these two runners a follow. They're doing great, volunteering their time to restream for us. And while you're at it, give my CoCom a follow. And also, Akaish is Elegant handling tracking. You give them a follow too. They're doing a great job. Appreciate it, everybody.
And of course, my lovely CoCom, Lonapine.
Aw. Oh look, it's everybody's favorite connector, Spiral Cave. And I'm just joking because Spiral Cave is the worst connector in Crosskeys.
I was about to say that sounds like sarcasm.
It was indeed. It is a one-way check that could be something good, but it can also lock you out of whatever you're currently doing very easily. But in Moogle's case, I should say, you check it because you leave, you go check your one other entrance, and you never want to go back there. So at this point,
the world is super nice.
Well, we did find TR East. What we have not found is a connector to Mire area or Desert area or to Bumper Top. So those are three
Spiral.
very valid places you could find.
And there's Spiral proper. Very simple, very funny to be close by, while Incoherent is gonna go get all their valuable items.
All two of them.
Well, that's a lot in a Crosskeys seed.
And a shovel, I guess.
And a shovel. That could be valuable, could not be. But a cane, as we see there, and a Moon Pearl are super good in a Crosskeys seed.
Okay, and we did find that Mire area with that connector.
You spoke it into being.
And we did see, I think, Quake is the Mire entry.
Which we have.
Oh, never mind. It's Bombos. My bad.
Bombos. You lied to us.
Well, he jumped in the water and I got a quick glance. It was pixelated.
Yeah, I can never see them after the quick glance because I'm blind. They all look the same. There's King's Tomb.
Right, did he just leave after checking Mire Ferry? Did he...
Yeah, he just left.
Did he check Mire Hint?
Nope.
I think he checked Mire Ferry and then saved to quit before going to Mire Hint, or checked Mire Hint and saved to quit before checking Mire Ferry.
Incoherent gonna show us that same Ice Argus can of Brian. Google's gonna go do Dig Game. I think Dig Game is our mirror.
Could be.
I was right in a lot of things the last time we. Oh!
Guess who's talking things into existence now, huh?
Like I was saying, I was right on a lot of things the last time we come together. I called our hookshot in Zora's domain, and now I just poked the mirror into existence.
Okay, chat. You know, you should just clip that and send it some random location.
Oh yeah, that's we're on speed getting 1 too. That's why I made the premium here on the big stage.
All right, Moogle picking up that readily available now powder.
Burn the witch. I was saying mirror because it would be so good to get the powder right afterwards.
Yeah, we find Ice Rod Cave immediately.
Yeah, that's always good. Oh, and our Master Sword, nice.
Okay, Michael, turn that down.
You always think, watching me predict things, that I have the spoiler in front of me when there is no spoiler. The spoiler is not genned with these seeds. I am super
What's Stumpy
human.
gonna have, a hook shot? And K45, what do you got? Nothing. All right, found a hook shot early. All right, we got a compass. Just 3 bombs out of the dig spot for Moogle Charm. that shovel, absolutely nothing. Alright, looks like Moogle Charm's heading towards that Bombos tablet. And that mirror at such a rotten time, you were just in the mire area too, oh gosh. Spiral could be the play again.
That would be nasty.
Ooh, big key 2! Tower of Hero. So there's a fully clearable hero once we find it.
Not technically required, but required for logic.
Looks like a pendant swamp and a crystal pod. Alright, so if we find Saha somewhere, that'll be our info.
Or a few more maps. Thieves Town was found early on.
Yeah, we know where Thieves Town is. We know where Eastern is. We don't know where Desertback is. We have not seen the dam for Swamp or the small key. We don't know where Skullback is. We know Thieves Town. We beat Ice. We have not seen Mire. And we have seen pretty much all of Turtle Rock that we care about, and that's small key on Library.
I didn't even see Incoherent get the Turtle Rock big, so I didn't know that we were gonna go fight Trinex.
Yeah, that was in Dark Cross, I think.
That was so long ago, I've already forgotten. Especially after I correctly predicted our mirror location.
Alright, there's Moogle Charm finding Palace of Darkness.
Incoherent doing a very nice swap, Trinex. Might curse them.
Man, when Trinex gets sassy, not much you could do.
Sassy Trinex is a normal Trinex. Ooh, very dangerous.
Oh, that's where Incoherent got the TR key from Pod. And that is also why Moogle Charm could not beat TR earlier, is because that not having that small key.
Moogle's in pod right now and should be able to clear a lot of it.
Okay, Crystal from Turtle Rock. Green pendant still looms. Nope, that was not a red crystal. Our reds today are Hira and Thieves Town, I believe. Or no, I'm sorry, Hira and Skullwoods, my bad.
Very nice Trinex kill.
Alright, gonna get our first look at front two right checks of TR. And big key to Skullwoods, oh gosh. So that big key on Hylia Island is looking pretty spicy. No flippers though.
It's looking more and more like it might be required instead of a fetch quest. as a lot of the big queens we've found so far have been Magic Blast.
Well, the only other big key that they could find that they don't want is...
Ice Palace.
Yeah, Ice Palace is about it. Everything else could be useful. And that was a Desert big key in the Dark Maze.
That is useful.
Highly likely to be required at this point.
I think the main difference separating our runners right now is the lamp that Incoherent got out of Logic.
Yeah, just hanging out in Skullwoods like a jerky lamp. Rude. And that blue mail pickup for Moogle Charm. Ooh, I don't think Moogle Charm has a potion. Must be going for straight Mimiclip. Or maybe buffered Mimiclip.
Very interesting. For those of you who aren't aware, Moogle is trying to get the Mimic in a certain frame in the wall. So the Mimic will walk off screen and disappear.
Just kind of does a little adorable little moonwalk thing.
It is very, very particular, very precise, quite difficult. Much harder than just drinking a potion. And Moogle bails on it.
And Incoherent finds the big key too. Don't be Ice Palace. Thieves Town. Okay.
A very required one, and I imagine you would want to go for that one immediately right afterwards.
And possibly, number one, it's still not logic to beat it without the small key. And number two, we still don't know what our green pennant is, so... Hard to say if... Yeah, hard to say if Thieves Town's worth jumping into at this point. I don't know.
Well, I say small key.
Yeah, fair enough. Is the small key likely to bite you? No, but if the small key is hiding out behind 7 crystals, eh. Alright, Moogle Charm, doing the last 4 checks in Hype Cave.
The small key could be hidden behind itself for all we know.
It's true. And okay, Hype Cave was Crudola Cave. Holy moly. So to answer a question from Drossi, Moonpro was hiding out in Ganon's Tower today.
Yeah. Very nice location.
It was hiding behind a hookshot and hammer that the game gave us immediately in the game. Alright, check 1 at a castle tower. Eh, full heart. Alright, Incoherent still has not gone south. That little, nice little tiny thing known as a mirror hiding out at the dig game. Oh look, a connector. Alright, where are you gonna go? Ooh, floating island. That's about the last of our ones that we really want to find necessarily. Except the bug net, much appreciated and totally required. Because the bug net's practically required, chat. That's why. Okay, gonna get our first look at the Skullwoods big chest. So Incoherent goes into Skullwoods twice before Moogle Try makes their way over once. Alright, small key to pod. An empty bottle and 3 endo.
Skullwoods is a crystal? I thought it was a pendant.
Skullwoods is a 5/6.
Oh. I wasn't paying attention.
All right, we find Upgrade Fairy. Say thank you and goodbye.
See you never again.
Moogle Charm carefully deciding what to do at this point. And man made the right call finding Blindside. Flippers will unlock a big key at this point. A bow would be big, but you have a big key to pod, but not a... Oh, hi, bow. And a big key to Eastern. Okay, well, now you suddenly have a beatable Eastern and pod.
Now, who's speaking things into being now?
I did nothing. That being said, Incoherent knows where Eastern is. I don't think Moogle has found it yet.
And also, that being said, Incoherent is about to see the mirror that I spoke into being.
Alright, as Moogle Charm does find a unbeatable at the moment Meyer, but it's still, what, 7 checks I think you can get here at this point. And 5 of them are in Logic.
What, is Meyer not beatable?
Not without the big key. And left side Meyer is where you first go in a key sanity, but Meyer Logic says, you require 3 Meyer small keys before putting us in Logic. But Logic, Schmagic, whatever. It's fine.
You can beat it with 0.
Yes, you can. But if you misuse your keys, not so much.
It's nicer with 1, but you can do it with 0. Oh, there's a G2.
That's not a big key you want to find. That is number 1, a very isolated big chest. Number 2, until you have 4 GT small keys, that has only 2 logical checks in the client. Ew. And a good point from chat, you just found that bow too. Ew.
Very gross. Very gross.
Ew, Jake, ew. Ew.
Well, this is not a renderer seed, so it couldn't be that bad, right?
Jaxie can throw some mean ones out on occasion. Of note, though, Incoherent has managed to dodge that mirror shield. GG. Oh, hi, Boots. And this is why you dip into a mire, even if it's not fully in Logic. So Boots and now we're in, not horrible, not great because you've done a lot of your exploration, but not horrible.
Good to find the boots, even if they're in a relatively bad spot.
And then another pod small, that's pod 5, so a fully clearable Palace of Darkness now for Moogle Charm. And you also got a fully... Right.
6 pod for in Logic, 5 pod for fully clearable normally.
Right. Well, 6, yeah. 6 has to be logical for everything Dark Room, Boss, and Harmless Eggway, but otherwise, it's fine.
But 5 with Bomb Jump. For those who are casuals like myself.
Alright, now Moogle Charm's going to do exactly what he's been doing. but he's pressing A more. And he's also going to be beating a green or a crystal turtle rock, so not bad. So I think we have not found TR East, so one check looming in TR would be the big chest, but you're still doing entrances, so you're probably going to find it. Gonna try next fight from Moogle Charm, getting that first crystal on the board. About 10 minutes after Incoherent, but in a Crosskeys, that's not horrible. Poor Incoherent getting bullied. Alright, looks like Incoherent heading towards... Yeah, the pyramid. Gonna get the pyramid check. Oh wait, that's already done from Desert. I can't remember who did that, but anyway, Incoherent does have that mirror. Gonna be able to get 3 Hypercastle top entrances done. Which we have not seen yet.
Very nice.
And nothing.
Well, it could have healed him up because he's very low right now.
Not wrong, not wrong. And nothing. We'll upgrade
With
for the
a heal.
shopkeeper. Upgrade for the shopkeeper, though. That was a pretty good location. There's Skullback. How you doing?
And there's one of our required crystal locations. And he's low. He could have healed.
Coulda.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. I imagine Moogle will be there soon. Very close race we have here.
Yeah, it took them about 15-20 minutes, but we finally got the divergence. 4 different areas of checking here. Alright, looks
Both runners
like...
are heading in a different way.
Exactly. So Moogle Charm's going to get a lot of these checks out of the way that Incoherent did a bit earlier. Alright, Mopula, behave. Just a couple of runners trying to take your crystal, it's fine. Oh lordy. Trying to hammer strat, and Mopula says, I'm having none of that mess. There we go, easy fight. And rewarded with the Titan's mitts.
That's a very good find.
I don't know if we want to see that as Crosskeys.
Wouldn't it make things much easier? Explain to a normie of Crosskeys like myself why that would be bad.
So basically, in a Crosskeys, the only things the mitts could really do is potentially, if Mirror's not available, unlock Minor area, which we know where it is, and give access to Turtle Rock entrance, which we have not to care about. And with the Mirror, we don't care about Great King's Tomb either. So the mitts basically just
Or a fetch quest.
it's a fetch quest.
The uninitiated, the mitts are a fetch quest. You heard it here first.
It's kind of horrible. And the one exception to that is if you have an easy connector up to East Dark Death Mountain, which the runners do.
Or if you find Ocarina first.
True. Looks like an incoherent finding Mimic Cave. That's not terrible.
Ocarina's not required in Crosskeys, is it?
The other bow!
For those of us who forgot, definitely not me. Where was the first bow?
That was in Blind Set that we found on, I think, East Dark Death Mountain. But what were you asking about not being required?
Ocarina.
In most seeds, no, but it can be. Meyer may not have any connectors, and its only accessibility could be flute and mist.
So Silvers is definitely available for the runners. It's just who will find it first.
Yeah, possibly.
I think Moogle.
Yeah, Moogle is on the fast track to Mimic Cave right now.
I think Moogle definitely finds them. Oh, there's Agon. That's two checks.
Incoherent found it. It's a full heart in the first check, but Moogle Charm does have a Castle Tower small and could get that second one done, but doesn't have the lamp. So logically is available, but Moogle hasn't got a skull.
I think it's very funny that there's an hour or hour plus between their lamp finds, but in the same like crystal location basis.
Oh, that is spicy.
That's big.
That is spicy right there. Holy moly, that's a beatable mire.
I wonder how long until Moogle finds their lamp in Skullwoods.
Either going to be immediately coming up after this or never. I mean, there was nothing in Skullwoods that is required, so if Moogle Charm doesn't dip there, it's not going to hurt him. And the only exception that we haven't seen, I don't know if we've seen Skullwoods back.
Oh, we did, because Incoherent beat it, didn't they?
Well, I'm talking about the actual entrance.
Oh, that was something, because he checked it.
Okay, so
That could help me.
Incoherent checked it? Okay.
Incoherent checked it. I don't remember what it was, but it was an entrance to something.
Okay, and suddenly Moogle Charm can beat Thieves' Tent, which may or may not be a pendant. Probably a crystal. Can beat Eastern, can beat Pod. If we find Desert North, could beat Desert. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Is Moogle Charm in potential go mode at this point?
That's what I've been seeing from chat, is that Dungeon Rush is activated. You need flippers, don't you?
No, Swamp Palace is a pendant. There is a big key on...
Oh, then...
There's a big key that we have left that is sitting on Hylia Island, but is easily sequence breakable and legal right now. So Moogle Charm may have an extremely fast Crosskeys depending on this last pendant.
Absolutely. Then. Oh, we're seeing Hype Cave. I don't remember seeing it the first time.
Oh yeah. We found that
Garbage.
super early in Bunny Farm, and Moogle Charm went there recently and got the garbage.
Yeah, I remember the first one was fine, but the garbage is still garbage.
Yeah, Johnny Two Bombs disappointed today.
Quite normal. Crosskeys tends to be a little bit top heavy.
Okay, let's look at this right now. We know where most dungeons are. The only exception is desert. We know... Okay, so if Thieves Town is a pendant, then Moogle needs to find Desert back. If this is a crystal, Desert is our final pendant, and Moogle Charm is in Goma. Desert bag could still be behind some other check we don't have right now, so if deserts are less crystal, then we're in entrance mode.
That's never a fun thing to be in.
That's a good point, GFE. I don't know if we've seen Tower of Hera either. I don't think we have.
Oh no, we have not seen Tower of Hera.
So Tower of Hera is a
Very
must.
elite.
But
Being a
that,
confirmed 5/6 and
that
definitely first.
could be in Mire Desert area. So we could be. We know we need to find Hera, but if this is a crystal right now, then Moogle Charm's just in Hera Go mode, and that would be that. Okay, so Incoherent about to be transported to the magical land known as Eastern Dark World. And that is a crystal, that's a pendant, green pendant. So final crystal is at Desert. So we're in entrance mode. We need to find Desert back, and we need to find Hera. So the only thing we don't have right now, we don't know what the entrance requirement of TR is. We know that Mire does require bomb. Oh wait, TR requires Quake, so we're good there. So if Hera or Desert back is Mire, we need to find Bombos. Oh, is TR a connector? Oh. So we need to hot-foot it towards Mire area, probably. Oh, look, Moogle Charm's in Skull.
That is a good place for them to be. That lamp will be useful, and we can be reminded what's on the back.
And Incoherent is going to give us some of our last entrance info that we need, potentially. Okay, so did Moogle Charm check this? I think he did. I think we saw King's Tomb. So did he skip? Did he skip Mire Ferry?
I don't think Checkerboard was checked, because Checkerboard was pre-mirror when he checked Mire.
Well, Checkerboard is a connector. We found that earlier, so we know Checkerboard is junk.
Never mind, I lied.
Oh yeah, I forgot. It was a connector to High Release. Wait a minute. Incoherent, they didn't mirror and check Desert? Or did I just totally miss it?
They did, I thought. So they checked Hyrule.
Hey, Moogle Charm gets that lamp just like an hour later than Incoherent Sequence broke it.
I don't know, my mind is mush trying to check entrances.
Oh, Skullwoods was upgrade fairy. Okay. Oh my lord. So Desert Back is vanilla and Incoherent just didn't have the big key. Oh my goodness. So Moogle Charm needs to get to Mire area again. And then it's here and no mode for us at this point.
We found Hera?
No, here is no mode. Apparently
Okay.
we did find Desert Back from our tracker is Illigent saying it's vanilla Desert Back. Don't
Our
be swamped.
tracker is more than us.
Oh, agreed. Trackers are the MVPs of any of this. Oh look, Moogle Charms in Eastern, I think.
So we know where silvers are. We don't know where any tempered swords or butter swords are. Where do you think they are?
At this point, Swamp Palace.
I was gonna say they're both in Hera. At least one's in Hera. And
I
as we
don't-
know, I'm
I
a
don't-
witch, so
Have we rescued Gary this seed? I don't think so.
who's Gary?
The guy following Incoherent.
I was gonna say, are we rescuing Gary right now?
Yes, we are. I don't think anyone's been up to Death Mountain with him here. And here our entrance was the Old Man Rescue.
Oh, that's a convenient old man location.
So Incoherent is pretty close to Boots, though. Doesn't need to go to East Dark Death Mountain. Does have mitts. Oh, that's a thing.
A mushroom.
That's disgusting. Do we even know where Magic Shop is?
No. No, we do not. As far as I know. Trackers? Nothing from trackers.
That's a good point from our tracker is Illigent saying those mitts could hide Hera behind Ice Palace entrance.
That's terrifying.
Now, it's something both runners are going to have access to. What we do know is we don't care about Big Bomb because we already came out of the entrance and Hera's a red crystal, but otherwise, Hera could be in quite a few locations right now.
Moogle's about to show us what Armos is. And
the
Big Chest.
Yeah.
Junk.
Okay, Moogle, you're still needing like $34.
Our runners have a lot of money.
Yeah,
Specifically
yeah.
Moogle.
Yes, Moogle does.
TR is open. I don't know if we knew that before. TR entrance is now open.
I think Illigent did say that TR entrance is a connector.
TR brother right, MMM's brother left. Right.
TR entrance to Mire entrance, nice.
Very nice script from Moogle here. Easily cleaning up the Armos, getting some blueberries in return. And a crystal.
Crystal number 2, yeah.
Crystal number 2 at 130 almost.
So I don't think Moogle Charm knows where Skullback is at this point.
Absolutely not. I think Incoherent does, though.
Yeah, the Incoherent beat it.
I would think so then. Oh! Incoherent finding Meyer and just deciding not to go into it.
Which is going to be a good call, except this will give Incoherent the silvers and Eastern Big. So, does Incoherent leave without going into Mire? I hope not.
Meyer is required for the seed.
But no big key. Moogle found that big key afterward.
The big key is not required, is it?
Oh, for Mire it absolutely is.
Was Meyer a crystal? I couldn't remember.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Our pendants today are... we have Swan Palace regular, Ice Palace regular, Thieves Town green.
Ice Swamp and Thieves Green. Thieves was clearable. Did we clear it already?
Moogle did beat it. But look where Incoherent is. Gonna get those booties.
Moogle somehow teleported to a pod. They weren't there, and then they are. I didn't even watch them go into it. Incoherent has silvers now. Very nice. Huge time save for Meyer when they find the big key.
Which won't be here, but at least the boots are.
Boots are also a small time save. A lot of your exploration has already been done. But I learned from somebody very wise that in theory, for every 10 minutes you have the boots, you save 1 minute.
Not wrong. That being said, Incoherent does pick up those booties.
For reference, Lana Bean told me that. For reference, Lana Bean told me that. And there's that GT big for Incoherent. Very nasty to see that early. As technically some of the climb is in logic. While
And
being very...
Sorry about that, go ahead.
I finished. Go ahead.
Got you. I was just gonna say, we forgot to mention, but there are 13 other people in this race. These are 2 of 15 people. So this is a busy Monday night.
Oh, Matt Moogle showing us bomb strats on Helma. Before giving us a couple hammers. A lot of hearts to play with, so they can be pretty reckless. Very quick.
Very, very quick. Helma down. Crystal, number 3. Crystals finally outnumber the pendants that we have. Yay! And Moogle Charm getting 300 more rupees because, my gosh, we were running out. We were only down to like 2,000.
As someone chat points out, that was about a 30 minutes boots flying differential. But remember, a lot of the early exploration was done a lot beforehand, so there's a lot of tight spaces in the last 30 minutes. All of those really useful boot spots were already used up, like Spiral Cave and Overworld.
Oh, that actually... I don't think we've done any boots checks, too, so... Well, maybe we have. King's Tomb, Bonkrux near Sang. I don't think we checked the bonks near Link's house or Bombshell.
I don't even think we did Bonk Rocks, did we?
I thought Moogle Charm went up and did them, but I could be wrong.
I wasn't paying attention. Hookshot Cave was checked as a location. The entrance anyways, and it was nothing as far as I know.
And Incoherent finds the flippers from the dam drain. Holy moly.
Well, that could be potentially bad for our runners to see.
Oh,
That puts Swamp and Logic in both ways.
there's the top of Paradox. We could have found that a while ago.
Oh, I wonder who goes. I wonder if we haven't seen Catfish, have we?
Don't think so.
Or Zoro's domain at all, have we?
No, pretty much. So Moogle Charm's about to
easily doable.
Moogle Charm's about to find Skullwoods.
First of which gaining a fairy. Moogle playing safe.
From our tracker Resilience saying, Incoherent got Catfish, hard container.
Oh, nice. You. I think the last time we found together is on tracking. Special thank you to our trackers for pushing the buttons and keeping us honest. Also to the runners. And to my lovely Kokon.
Aw, back at ya. Don't forget to give everybody a follow.
Especially when we're seeing a lot of these same areas again.
Yeah,
Don't
it's kind of
forget to
the part
give
of
the
the
runners a
seed.
follow.
That too. Runners, Incoherent, Moogle Charm. Links are in chat. Putting on a great show for us. And not to mention, Moogle Charm is the creator of many of the good MSUs out there, many of which are speed gaming approved. Okay, Incoherent with Crystal, number 3.
And Moogle click on crystal number 3 as well. Or 4?
Yeah, I think 4.
I had to squint down at that small map.
Okay, and Moogle Charm getting those mitts.
Not much of a bonus as far as we know yet so far.
Well, Ice Palace still unknown. But that's about the only thing Mitts could bring for us at this point. Okay, that big key to Ice Palace. I think as it could only be, I think we have all the other big keys. So yeah, Ice Palace was the last one.
As chat points out, while we have a little bit of free time, Moogle did make that moth fight with Hammer look very, very simple.
George just giving us 3 bombs.
Moth fight is not easy with the hammer, and Moogle did a very good job. Has anyone checked Magic Bat yet? Which was a vanilla location?
Nope.
I'm surprised finding both the powder and the hammer so early.
Well, Powder was after Mir. But otherwise, there's a save and quit right to Kakariko. Yeah, I don't know.
It was fairly. It's like as easy to check as an escape back of escape might be.
At this point, absolutely. But if you're Moogle, you're not looking for anything besides maybe a sword. Oh, Moogle's not going to be disappointed with this, though.
Boogle's looking for Hera at the moment to finish the seed, isn't he?
Technically, he has not seen Desert back, so this connector will take him back to Meyer, and that'll give him Desert back. So that will be part of Go mode.
But it's Hera for no mode.
Yes,
Why?
here is no mode for us, and after Moogle Charm finds Desert, here is no mode for Moogle. Moogle says, crap, I can't go back there. But quickly, Moogle's gonna go, crap, Vanilla Desert back.
And he's gonna be fine with what he found. Also, this was your boomerang.
Heck yeah. And that will also give Moogle Charm the flippers, also giving that logical Ice Palace check. And what is it? Well, a wishing check.
Swamp.
And we'll just not talk about that. Besides that, we don't have a Swamp Small, so what? Swamp Small is not a thing. It's dead at this point. Just know.
We don't need any items at this point, do we?
Nope.
In theory, could be Bombo's locked Hera.
No. TR led to Meyer, so that no longer matters. So we are in Go mode, no matter what. It's just a matter of finding Kira.
Hera can't be locked behind Hera's spot. Sad.
Oh, sure it can, but Kira's currently lodging Gary, the lost old man.
Well, in my heart of hearts, I believe that Hera is somewhere terrible.
At this point, I think the only thing we haven't checked is flipper entrances.
So it's Waterfall.
Kira's likely in Ice Palace or Well of Wishing at this point, yeah.
Waterfall Fairy Hera. From the man
Okay.
who brought you Mirror on Dig Game.
Crystal number 5 for Moogle Charm can go to Meyer cleanup whenever he wants, but most likely you're probably gonna go to the Slippers checks pretty quick.
And like I called about half an hour ago, I think both of our swords are in Hera still.
Could be. And Moogle Charm, I'm about to find out another connector. Oh wait, he already knows that one.
Yes, he has already seen this connector many a time. Mimic Cave was already seen by both runners, I believe.
No, just Incoherent Mimic Cave had a bow.
Oh, that's where the silvers are from Matt Moogle, and then Incoherent silvers are in Meyer. Nice.
Well,
Which you already found.
Incoherent Silvers he found in I think
Meyer.
it wasn't Meyer, no, that was
That was Meyer.
no, I think our bow was found in Blind's Hut on Death Mountain or something like that. I think in fact it was right next to Meyer.
Maybe that's why I think it was Meyer.
Meyer had our booties. That was arguably more important.
Yeah, Mimic Cave and Blinds.
Yeah, good point from chat. We have not seen Mimic Cave either, but we do know where Tier East is, so we do have it accessible. So probably a Flipper's check, but could be Mimic Cave.
Just to reiterate, the Mimic Cave entrance and not the Mimic Cave itself.
Correct. Alright. Alright, there's that important key to desert. Incoherent does know where desert back is. But at this point, Incoherent does need to take that Castle Tower small key, go back to Castle Tower for that Meyer big key. That is crucial. That being said, Incoherent is going to give us some information. Is Hera in this area? Okay, this is probably nothing important. If I had to guess, desert right. Or TR West, that's fine too. So this is actually going to be another answer. And TR East at French vanilla location. Just a mirror away. So this leaves Well of Wishing, I think.
Like I called about 7 minutes ago. I'm still proven to be a witch.
Oh, the other possibility is actually a connector which goes. The Ice Palace was checked, but I don't think we found a way to bumper top to mirror. Oh, never mind. There it is.
Bonkarok showing us Hera.
So, this is going to be a full clear for Moogle, unfortunately. Hera Basement's the long part of this, but I don't know when he goes back to Castle Tower.
Why not skip? You don't need anything from anymore, do you?
Moogle Charm is missing a big key. Not Moogle Charm, never mind. Moogle Charm found it. My head is backwards. So Incoherent needs to go back to Castle Tower. Right.
I was going to say, I don't think there's anything for Moogle Charm to find. Basement.
My brain was thinking Incoherent was on the right for some reason. But yes, that is official go meta for Moogle Charm. And an easy hero, so we're going to go fight a Ganon. And Ganon's just hanging out in Lost Woods right now.
Good place for Ganon to hang out, yeah.
Right? And conveniently, right near where Moogle Charm is anyway.
Very convenient go mode location.
So we don't know where that desert. We don't know where that desert small key is for logically requiring desert. We don't know where Swan Palace small is logically required for swamp. If that was anything useful.
Boom, Ganon. No Aga2 required.
Look at this speedy seed, just absolutely demolished by Moogle Charm. Moogle Charm is beating a Crosskeys and faster than just an open could be done. In many cases.
For those of us who might not know, I'm not saying I don't know, but how many Master Sword spins are required here?
They call it the 52 spin pickup. So we're talking 12 for phase 1, 12 for phase 2, 3 for activating the final phase, and then 24 for the final phase.
Oh yeah, I definitely knew that. There's no way I forgot or something. But luckily, Incoherent has silvers, and will only have to do what number of spins?
You only have to get 27. 28? I don't know. Saves on quite a few.
Absolutely. I was only asking for the viewer's sake, not my own. I would never.
Well, probably a few extra spins for the final phase, but probably like 21, 22 less than Moogle Charm.
Accu giving us the proper number, 12, 12, 4, 24. And chat defending you, because I obviously knew the answer. It was never in doubt whatsoever. Nice torch glitch from Moogle. Just gonna give us a million spins.
Oh my goodness, Moogle Charm going after my PB at 150.22. Don't think he's gonna quite get it though.
He'll get a sub 2 with only, 24 spins left?
Ooh, are we gonna find a tempered maybe at Spike Cave?
I think this is a 20 rupee. I'm a witch.
Yeah, good job.
Well, granted, that's a little less of a hard call than a mirror on a dig game, but still impressive nonetheless. Moogle has no potions as far as I'm aware. They have no good bees, nothing. They have a fairy, I think, because they got from the Ganon tree.
Oh, about to check pedestal here. Meanwhile, Moogle Charm takes down the big pig.
GG's for Moogle.
Yeah, your
Please,
GG's in chat, everybody. That's a red mail on pedestal. Alright, everybody. Moogle Charm finishes in first place on Restream with a time of 151.32. And coming in first place overall on the race. GG's to Moogle Charm.
Very nice. GG's to Moogle Charm. Hopefully we'll have them in stream for questions. That's why they're so good at the game.
Any Crosskeys under a 2 is just astounding. Hard to get to, let alone a barely above 150.
Yeah, I was just thinking to myself, that was such a well-played seed. Almost zero mistakes in routing and otherwise. A very well-run seed overall.
Ooh, gonna get some Smith chain from Incoherent here.
A very... Excuse my burp. A very early Smith found. Exactly, Andy Bob. This was a very well-performed seed with a lot of learning to be gained on routing and otherwise because Moogle just played an excellent, thorough seed. They never broke logic. They just played an excellent game.
And
Welcome.
with that, we do welcome Moogle Charm in the booth. GG's to you.
GG's.
Very well played, as I was just saying. Like, you played very thoroughly and just very excellent overall.
Thank you. I usually have really bad luck in Crosskeys, and I feel like I lucked into that Moon Pro.
Yeah, you just played super thorough and super optimal the entire time and just played well and managed the first place because of it.
Oh, quick note here, Incoherent may go back into Castle Tower, will probably be in go mode. That being said, yeah, Moogle Charm, you just routed super well. Is this close to a PB for you?
It might be. Actually, don't know. I don't keep track of my PBs that well. I want to say it was low 150s before, so probably pretty close. I don't get sub 2 very often. Crosskeys is not my thing. I'm just trying to... I actually haven't been playing too much lately. I'm just trying to get in a little bit of practice before the main tournament starts up a little bit.
I mean, you pretty much played the perfect seed as far as no move was concerned.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just kind of like, finding things like Agate Tower with one key. not getting burned by Ice Palace or Thieves Town big chests.
Only ever finding one tiara small key.
I know. So when I was on the mountain, I was really trying to figure out what to do. And I didn't have a lot of crystal information at the time. So I was like, well, I just got my cane. I can go clear ice. And then, maybe there's like a key there and I can go do TR. And of course there wasn't. So I was like, well, I'll go just like, I can do the crystal ruler room. And then I still have to check the Dark World stuff. And then I find the spiral cave connector and it's like, oh geez, okay, all right, well, I guess we'll find this or follow this. And then it takes me to the Vire and it's like, man, like these connectors are going to like really good places. They just happen to be like really bad connectors. So, yeah, just things kind of worked out. I wish I hadn't wasted so much time at the end there. Like I just totally forgot about Bonk Rocks. I was planning on doing Bonk Rocks into the Lake Hylia stuff using some fake flipper shenanigans. Just because I found Hera. If I'd found Hera a long time ago, like I might have even done earlier. But yeah, I just got super lucky. I was trying to find the mitts for a while and felt really bad when they were just on Mothula. But yeah, I don't know. For once I got lucky. I had Gamma on my side for the first time in years, it feels like. So I'll take it.
Well, Mo, you played the seed pretty much perfectly. There wasn't much else, like as far as routing went, that you did wrong. You pretty much played it exactly the way the seed you wanted to play.
Yep.
Everything went right for you.
No, it feels good. I'm gonna take it. Doesn't happen very often. Like so when I was trying to figure out what to do in the Dark World for the first time, I was like, well, I have. I can basically do south of Village East, or I can do Village North. And there was that old lady connector that was like, oh, that's actually the perfect place to start, because then I could just do the dig game kind of all the way around, just do that loop. And then when the mirror happened to be on dig game, it was like, all right, game, like, cool. Just like keep throwing things in my lap. Like, this is awesome, right? But yeah, just, I don't know, I got lucky. I ended up, when I found the desert connector that got me over to the Hyrule Castle connector, it was like, I actually didn't have a ton of stuff left, so I figured, well, I'll just go from the pyramid and check the pod stuff. And luckily, Hyrule Castle led me to the mountain, which then led me to GT, which gave me the pearl, and it was like, well, I have to be like one of the first people to this thing, because it was still like only 30-something. Yeah, I can't say enough. I just got lucky over and over.
You were the first to the pearl, and then you were also the first to the mirror, which I called, by the way.
Yeah, that's not surprising. It was like the first thing I had done in the Dark World was basically the dig game to get that mirror. So
it was a very funny moment in which chat called me a witch because I said, "Oh, he's going to dig gang, which is going to be our mirror." And then mirror popped out, and then chat called me a witch.
That's a good spot to find it too, because that's a mirror spot I always forget to mirror at to check the entrance.
That's why I called it as mirror, because I thought that the magic powder might be useful, which you never checked.
Yeah.
And the final key moment was, I think, when you found Castle Tower. Incoherent found it a few minutes before you, but did not have a small key. And you go in with the small key, and it's like, well, I'm going to pull out a heart piece and who knows what else. Oh, your big key. That's interesting.
Yeah, and at the time, I knew mine was a crystal because I had done the cutscene chest to get the map. So I was like, oh man, I'm finding like all these big keys in dumb places. I like how the Blinds hut had the bow and the eastern key right next to each other. That was nice.
Right. And Incoherent found the silvers in Mimic Cave.
Where was that?
I don't remember.
Golly.
I didn't have a lot left. I had the highly honored shopping mall.
I don't think anybody checked shopping mall due to such late flippers for both of you.
I didn't have flippers.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, flippers were from the dam drain that you just got from Desert West, I think.
Yeah. Damn drain led to flippers.
Yeah, like I continued to do things because it was like, am I go mode? And I kept checking, and I kept like looking at my tracker and then looking at the map, and it was like I was in the drain, pulling the lever, and it was like I shouldn't be doing this. Like I'm wasting time because all I need to find are entrances right now. I don't know, it was really weird because I didn't want to do Master Sword Silverless either. That's why I got the ferry by the pyramid. It's like I couldn't find a potion shop, so I have no extra magic. Luckily got the lamp, so that felt nice. But like, I didn't want to do Master Sword Silverless with no magic refills, so I was like, oh, I'll just grab the fairy so that I can.
The big difference between you and the early game was that Incoherent decided to break logic 4 times in a row, and one of their logic breaks gave them the lamp in Skull Woods very early, and he had the lamp about an hour before you.
Yeah, I got that pretty late.
But you had the Moon Pearl like 15 minutes before him, so yeah.
And you had boots a half hour before him. You got boots about a half hour before him.
Yeah, boots was nice too.
Because boots were also in an optional location.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I didn't really have a ton left. On the mountain at least, so like mountain was Mire was a natural thing to do on the mountain.
I thought it was a good play. It was far enough in the seed that you may not have the big key. You got a small key to make it easy to clear, so I couldn't blame you in the least.
Yeah, and where it was, like, there was no real nice way to get to the mountain. So when I found it, it's like Mire's actually not that slow, all things considered, for 6 checks. And it was in such a bad spot. It was like, I kind of had to do this.
Well,
I thought 90% of your checks were pretty much in logic and very thorough. You very rarely broke logic. You very rarely skipped a check. You were just very thorough and very right in all of your decisions.
I think the only 2 times that Moogle broke logic technically would have been TR and Hyrule Castle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But those were very easy logic breaks. Very logical logic breaks.
Yeah, it was nice to get that TR big, I think it was, in Dark Cross.
Wait, have we seen Swamp House at all yet?
No, unfortunately.
Old man.
Incoherence going into Swamp.
Incoherent is in a completely unneeded swamp.
Oh no, what's he looking for?
I don't know.
Mire Big. He has not gone. He was actually about 10 minutes. Yeah, about 10 minutes ago. He was next to Castle Tower, mirrored, did Hira, and left. He went to Castle Tower early, like I said, or early-ish, and got that part, but had no small key. You went in a few minutes later with the small key.
Oh, so we're another 20 minutes out from Incoherent finishing. Great.
Well, it's hard to say. Hard to say.
Last location would be tough.
Yeah, that's all the last location mirror Mire Big, so we're another 20 minutes away from an Incoherent dub.
Well, it was really funny looking at Moogle's, looking at your tracker going, wait, we don't know what Thieves Town and we don't know what Desert is, but I'm pretty sure Incoherence in Go mode. Entrance mode, basically, at that point.
Yeah, I got that the Thieves big and was like just immediately, all right, I'm gonna go check this right now.
I mean, very early we decided that Incoherent was ahead in items, but Moogle was just playing very consistently, and so the logic was always in his favor. Because you never stepped outside of it, and so you were always in the favor of the logic.
Well, it doesn't always pay out, but today...
Yeah, I learned something, I guess. I don't know. I know he doesn't like to do that. So.
Well, not many of your choices didn't pay off, and frankly, like, Thieves Town was like, well, okay. If it's a crystal, you don't need to care about Desert, so it's fine.
Yeah, that was primarily, like, I needed the knowledge. It gives me a couple extra checks. I get lucky to find mitts or something, I'm good.
Right. But basically, if it was a crystal, then you're just looking for Hira, and that's it.
I mean, if you know me as a commentator, I love thorough players because I'm a thorough player, and so anytime a thorough player does well, I love it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Because you never skipped anything, you always played extremely thoroughly, and I'm happy to see a thorough player get rewarded for my 3rd stream in a row.
Well, congratulations to you.
Absolutely, and I was very happy to see a Red Orang first. Red Orang game represent.
Bloomerang all the way, but hey.
Are you a Red Orang or a Bloomeranger?
I'm a blueberry guy.
Ah, disgusting.
That's better.
I take back everything I said as a compliment.
I knew I always liked you, Moogle Charm, and it wasn't just the fantastic MSUs you put together.
Yeah, there's a good reason. The boomerang.
I take back everything I said.
Well, GG's. I gotta step away. I appreciate you guys putting me on the restream. Thanks for doing comms and
we're happy that you ran for us.
Thanks for volunteering your time, Moogle Charm. Hope you have a good rest of your night, my friend.
Thanks. You too.
And good luck on your further next races.
Thanks.
Everyone, don't forget to follow Moogle Charm. Typing !R. I'm sure somebody in chat will do it for me. Thank you, Mama. Don't forget our trackers, or Lana herself, for providing such a great experience for Speed Gaming.
Aku, Heish, and Isilligent on tracking, doing a great job.
Incoherent is going to show us what is on Argus. Probably not useful. I think it's a Temper Sword. Because very little locations for Temper to be at this point.
Well, I think Incoherent full cleared Hero, so that's not it. Desert Big Chest, I think, is a chest.
Very nice silver flick from that. Oh, Thieves Map. Getting that red pendant. One step closer to that red armor.
Okay, so this was unfortunate because Swamp Palace had both the Ice Palace map and the Thieves map, the other two pendants. So you had to magically get into Pendant Swamp to get, an info about your other two pendants.
In Pendant Swamp is disgusting. That's very sad pendant information. We're gonna see Spiral for the second time. I don't remember if it was useful or not because I wasn't paying attention the first time.
I think it goes to Meyer. Maybe Meyer Shed, I think. I don't know how I can remember this stuff, but if I'm racing, I should say if I'm playing a Crosskeys, I can't remember it. But if I'm commentating, it's fine.
If I'm commentating, I have commentary brain, and I'm just looking for puns instead of entrances. Vanilla, Desert back, and that is the 7th crystal, I believe. Unless we're still missing Hera. Thank you, Hera. We're also missing Meyer. We still need the big key from Castle Town. Yep, as I look at chat, they remind me. Yeah, Incoherent's still a ways away from Go Mode.
Now, all that Incoherent needs to do is check Bumper Bottom entrance, and that's it.
I thought they did already. Was I stupid?
Well, Bumper Bottom is Castle Tower, and Incoherent needs the Castle Tower second check for that Meyerbig.
But Incoherent already knows where Castle Tower is because I checked first already.
He does, but he went there initially with no small keys, so now he has both small keys, so that second chest is in logic and is that Meyerbig.
So he might not go there for a while since he's already gone there once.
Yeah, could potentially climb Ganon's tower at this point before going back there.
And that would be bad. Good news is, Incoherent has found silvers, so Meyer boss will be pretty easy. Pity is just a one hit from silvers. We'll save a minor bit of time on those pesky checks on bosses. Now going to go check the Zora area. I originally thought Hero was going to be in the Wishing Well, but now I think Temper is going to be there. Oh, could be. I'm wrong.
Yeah, it could also be Zora. We haven't seen that Jack either.
I think Zora's going to be a fetch of some kind.
Can it be? We've got a mushroom powder shovel. I don't think we have any fetch quests left.
Skullwood's big?
We already have that.
I'm sure there's one. I think it'll invent a new one and then give it to us. It'll find one.
TR? Oh, GT. Oh, no. Oh,
That's
no.
a fetch quest. That's a fetch quest.
That's GT3.
That's a fetch quest.
We know where GT4 is. Oh my gosh.
I told you we invent a new one.
Oh, this is good. This is good. Incoherent. We need you to go over to Bumper Bottom.
I don't remember where Bumper Bottom is.
It's literally the Bumper Bottom entrance for Castle Tower.
Oh, it's the vanilla?
Well, Bumper Bottom is the entrance to Castle Tower.
Oh, I was confused because I don't play a lot of Crosskeys.
Oh, no, he's
That's the
going
wrong-
south.
That's the wrong direction. That's Hammer Pegs, which I'm pretty sure we haven't seen yet. Could be something. Oh, there's Saha.
There's that Desert Small.
Well, that's also something. This is probably a sword. A pod. Oh, there's an ether.
Oh, look, Pod is in logic now. We have all 6 keys between the 2 runners.
Oh, fun. I think we are aware that there's probably a sword there. Oh, he's gonna decide to go do the, in logic magic bat since, about an hour ago. Tempered sword.
Better late than never.
Tempered sword, here we go.
Going for that 20 heart dream.
Well, it's more of a nightmare if you hit 20 hearts in a rando. But he's very close, actually, I didn't realize. Because Moogle's at 16, I didn't realize that Incoherent was at 19. What does chat say? Hello. And before